Welcome to Melbourne PC User Group. This short presentation demonstrates how you can easily log into your new Google Workspace account. Google Workspace provides you with email using the same email address with which you're familiar, and it also gives you access to contacts, calendar, drive, docs, sheets, slides, chat, meet, and many other features. But more about that another time. The first step is, with your computer running, open up your favorite web browser, such as Google Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or any other web browser. I'll be using Vivaldi, so I'll open up Vivaldi, and there we go. And then I go up to the address space, and I type in https://google.com/a/melbpc.org.au. I then press the Enter key, and you can see that it's opened up in the Google sign in, and it's already got the melbpc.org.au located there, so all we need to do is put in the username. So you use your username, of course. I'll use mine in this instance. And then we press enter, and then we enter the password, and I'll enter my password. Then we press enter, and we're logged in. Now the first thing you'll notice is that it's all the terms and conditions, which of course after reading the 40 or 50 pages we accept. And then it's forcing us to change the password, so I'll put in a new password. And of course we need to confirm that by putting it in a second time just to make sure we've got it right. And now I've got it twice. I'll change my password. And there we go. You may wish to add a recovery phone number or a recovery email or both. If you do wish to put in a recovery phone number, then you simply click update, and there will be a space available for you to put a phone number in there. I won't do that at this point, but I strongly suggest that you put in a recovery phone number at least, which doesn't have to be a mobile number. It can be a landline, which means that if Google need to contact you, they will ring your landline to identify you, so that they can give you a number which you can put in and make changes to passwords and do whatever else is needed. So what we'll do is confirm. And now we've loaded our inbox, and of course you get a few pop-ups, such as it's letting you know that Google Meet is now in Gmail. Well, yes, okay, we've got that. So we'll just click on got it, and that advertisement will disappear. So what we've now got is, you'll see there are 22 unread, but up here it's displaying 1 to 22 of a total of 22, so all of them are unread. So that's the first thing. The next thing to look at, of course, we'll just scroll down and we'll just see that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there's a couple of official emails, and it tells you how much of your 30 gigabytes available that you've actually used. So there's not much in there at the moment. When you're over in this area, you'll notice that there's a scroll bar there, so I can scroll and see a few more folders. In reality, they're not folders, they're actually labels that Google uses, but it just appears to be in folders over here. You've really only got one copy of every email, and the labels that are attached to that email suggest where it shall be displayed, in which folders it'll be displayed. So let's go to the settings. So we click on settings. The first thing we're faced with is quick settings. So there's a few odds and ends down here that you could look at later and adjust to how you want. But one important one is conversation view, which is used as a default. And a lot of people get a little bit confused with conversation view. It lumps all of the emails with the same subject heading together. And sometimes that's a little confusing because you'll get some older emails of the same subject all lumped in with newer ones. Or they may appear in folders that you don't expect them to be. So I suggest you untick that. And if you do untick it, then you need to reload, and that only takes a few seconds. So we'll click on reload, and here we are back again. And let's go back to settings. There's a few more things I want to show you. We'll go into all settings. So click on all settings, and we're in general. There's labels, inbox, accounts. They're different tabs across the top of what we're looking at. You may not want English US. You might want to change that to English UK, for instance. So we'll do that. Default country Australia, that sounds fair. Maximum page size, so 50 conversations per page. You could actually change that to 100 if you wanted, or you can change it to a lesser number, or leave it as it is at the default 50. So we'll scroll down a little bit more, see if there's anything else that should be changed. We can probably live with all of that. You can see their conversation view. You can turn it on or turn it off in here in the full settings. It's not just available out in the quick settings. So we look down there, and there's probably not a lot that we need to worry about in there. You can create signatures if you want in this area. Just going all the way down, we'll save the changes we've done. Right, so that's saved, and we can go back into settings and we'll have a look at the next tab along. See all settings, and we'll go to labels. Now this is where your different folders, as we're accustomed to calling them, are appearing down the side there. So for instance, if you don't particularly want starred, you can click on the hide and hide it. If you don't want snoozed, you can hide that. If you want important ones, show them. That's what's deemed important by Google, not by you necessarily. Chats, you can hide, sent, show, scheduled, not too fussed. Drafts, probably good if you show. All mail, you might want to show that. And that's where all of your emails are stored, but they may also appear in inbox or wherever else. So you might want to show that, but we won't at this point. Spam, is probably good if you show that, and the bin, it might help if you show that. Categories, social, etc., etc. I'd prefer to hide all of those, but you may wish to show them. Right, so let's go back to the inbox. If we get the scroll bar and scroll that, we can see important, sent, drafts, spam and bin are all showing. And if I had more different categories in my old Microsoft email, then they should appear under these below bin probably in more. Now if I find this a bit of a nuisance sitting here, I can go into the settings and I can not show those if I wish. Alright, so let's go back to settings, see what else is in there that we might want. See all settings, and we'll go, we've done labels, we've done general, so let's go to the inbox. Inbox, it's the default inbox, so it's not going to show any of these social promotions, updates and forums. If you want to use those, then you could tick those and it would, if you click on learn more, it'll take you to explain all of that. Personally, I just leave it as it is. Reading pane, if you want to see a reading pane, then you could click that or tick that box. Importance markers, I'm not interested in having those marked. Use my past actions to predict which messages are important. I don't particularly want that, so I'll just say don't use that. And I'll override any filters that the inbox may have on it imposed by Google. So I can now save my changes and away we go. We've now got 47. Let's see if there are any other settings that are of interest. See all settings, accounts. If I want to check email from another account or send email as if it's from another account, then I can add another email address, or check from other accounts, I can add an email account here. So there are plenty of options there to integrate other email accounts with this particular feature in Google Workspace. The filters and blocked addresses, nothing much to see there, but once you've looked at that and found out a bit more about it, you may find features in there that you wish to enable. Forwarding, again, if you want to use an email client, then you may wish to integrate this with your email client. So you can enable IMAP or enable POP or whatever you wish to do there. Chat and meet, so you can turn that off and you can hide the meet section. So now they're gone, so they're not interrupting my view of all the folders. And I think that's about all we've got for you today. If you've got any more questions, then certainly make use of Yammer or the replacement for Yammer, and that's about it for me. Happy computing.